It's like anything happens kind of recording. Car with its flashers on in front of me. I'm wearing my $70,000 jacket. People are like, what? $70,000 jacket? Yeah, I bought $70,000 worth of fuel from them people, and they gave me a leather jacket. You know? It's my $70,000 jacket. That's what it cost me. So which school are you going to today? Oh, with all the kids with records awaiting trial, those kids. You're participating in the school to prison pipeline. Okay. A lot of them kids probably shouldn't even be in there. They probably just got in a fight or something. For vaping. See, that's a waste of taxpayer dollars. That's a waste of money. They send them to an alternative school for vaping. We used to bum lights off the teachers. You know? That just doesn't make sense. Oh, you're vaping, you're smoking, you're 16 years old. Fuck you. Oh, God. Been coughing this morning. But how old are most of us when we started smoking? Were we bad kids? No. And now you gotta start them down that road. You know. What, do they give them like an MIP and shit for that? You're a minor in possession of cigarettes. We've got to put you on the... We got to make a criminal out of you. You're a good kid. You're a straight A student. You help your mom. You mow the next door neighbor's grass. She's 93. But we caught you with a cigarette or a vape. So you're the worst kind of criminal there could possibly be. Let's introduce you to this pipeline we got here, because we want you in prison. Our corporately funded prisons need your body in there so the government will pay them money. As far as your life goes, no one gives a fuck about you. Yeah. This shit. It's kind of like the sex offender registries. Full of so many people who shouldn't be on there. We need a registry for that, you know? But it's like there's so many truck drivers and stuff who are on those things from simply pissing on the side of the road. They didn't want to piss in their truck. And they got caught in like Louisiana. And they write on the same ticket exposing them. They weren't exposing themselves to anyone. Some of them got smart and like would fight it. Like, I know one guy that made the officer pick his junk out of a lineup. Well, you said you saw it. Pick it out. You know, that person does not belong on a sex offender registry. They were literally answering the call of nature. You know? They don't belong on there with, you know, child molesters and rapists and all that kind of stuff. It's a waste of money on all parts. They could be going after real criminals. Instead, this person that was about to piss himself on the side of the road, we gotta punish them. You know, it's stupid shit like that. We need a candidate that'll solve that problem of those sort of things. I don't know if you call it lawfare or what. I mean, both political parties practice like warfare and lawfare kind of thing, where they're attacking each other politically with the legal system. The Republicans do it, the Democrats do it. A la Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, you know, and that's just getting worse and worse. There used to be a thing where, what was it, Nixon pardoned Johnson, Ford pardoned Nixon. You know, they didn't attack each other, like, okay, let's let bygones be bygones, let's move on as a country, let's stop dividing people, kind of thing. Oh no, no, we're going after them. You know, like, there should be some serious penalties for the abuse of the legal system by both the members of the legal system and political parties and the public. Kind of like frivolous lawsuits. But then again, what do you count as frivolous? You know, it's like everybody wants to. Oh yeah, the McDonald's lady, because she burned herself on coffee. And people forget that, number one, cars did not have cup holders. Number two, she was what, the 600th or 700th case? McDonald's had already been warned. McDonald's was completely in the wrong because they were brewing their coffee hotter than they were supposed to do it. She had serious burns that nearly killed her. She had major hospital bills, skin grafts. That woman's junk was like fused together by hot coffee, you know? And all she wanted was a little help with the medical bills. And McDonald's is like, fuck you. So then she had to get a lawyer. And the only thing that McDonald's could do was, because there's gag orders and everything else, and they were completely in the wrong, was make her out to be the ultimate frivolous lawsuit. That's all they could do. It was basically slander her. And it didn't come out till years later. And then people were like, whoa, that's not quite what I thought it was, you know? That wasn't a frivolous lawsuit at all. But it gets touted out there as an example of a frivolous lawsuit. You know, oh, spill coffee, win $1 million, whatever. No, that lady nearly died. They were serving coffee way hotter than the temperature that skin melts. Skin melts at like, what, 170 degrees, I think? You know? So, when you're serving it way, way hotter than that, there's a problem. That doesn't mean you can't brew it. I think they were told they could brew it hotter. They just couldn't serve it hotter, you know? I get the point of brewing your coffee hot as fuck. It makes good coffee. You just couldn't serve it. You know, you can't serve coffee until it's below a temperature at which it will melt skin. You know? That shouldn't be a problem. But no, it's a frivolous lawsuit. Yeah. I don't know. We got started on this talking about kids introduced to the school to prison pipeline. Lovely. Are most of them in there on bullshit charges like that? You don't know? So you gotta treat them all the same. It doesn't matter if they got caught with a vape or they tried to kill somebody or they're waiting on a trial for Grand Theft Auto. Because if they're waiting on a court case, they're in that track. Yeah. That's just bullshit. All this time out of everybody's, like, most of their parents can't afford to take them to that school or anything else. And I know they don't throw parents in jail for their kids not going to school anymore. but they still fine you. And if you can't pay the fines, what happens? You go to jail. So guess what? You still go to jail if your kids won't go to school because you can't pay the fines, you know? And it's just such bullshit. You gotta make your kids go to school. Right. Remember when you were a kid? All the shit that you did? All the stuff that I used to say you would never do. Yeah. People got them rose-colored patriotic glasses on, and I would never do this or that or the other. And go back to their childhood. I bet you they did. You know? Go back even further. It was so much better back then. For who? For you? Meanwhile, your wife couldn't have her own credit card? Right. I don't know. I don't know, you don't. I just think it's bullshit. You have kids in there for smoking a vape. I don't consider that serious. To put them on what? My visor. We need a candidate that's going to end bullshit. That's basically what we need. Whoa, that's a lot of gravel. I'm glad I slowed the fuck down. That might even be visible on camera. Like, holy fuck. I mean, I'm about to be on, like, gravel anyways, but gravel on concrete is not the same as being on a gravel parking lot or a dirt road. God damn, that's a lot of gravel. And as a truck driver, I'm offended. You know, it's shit. If I'm leaking product out of my trailer, they're going to pull me over and write me a ticket, and some people get away with everything. And I would never get away with it. Does that piss me off? Yes, it does. So, yeah. So I've got to take 2 trips out to the landfill today. I should already be leaving the yard, but I don't have a set time or anything. It's get these 2 trips done. But I was supposed to do 2 trips yesterday. And I've got a preload from yesterday that was supposed to be delivered because they didn't pay their bill. Whoa, that did not feel good. The fog in my visor and the headlights are not a good combination. But the customer that we were delivering the box for, because we're going out there to the solidification pit, which is, you know, industrial waste, stuff like that. If it's liquid, you dump it in the pit and they mix like sawdust and stuff like that with it, and they kind of solidify it so you're not dumping liquid into the landfill. And then they go dump it. Okay. No. Alright, bye-bye. Let me call you back. I don't know if you can hear her or not. And it just called. It is 14 degrees. I think it's like 41, 40, something like that. So it is cold. And I'm on my bike. I'd kind of rather be in my truck today, but I can't afford to drive the truck because I'm like broke and poor and stuff, and I'm Harley poor. Because I don't have money. I have a Harley Davidson that I can't afford. Woohoo! I have 2 of them. Ain't I a dumbass? You know? Go to work. I don't really want to go to work. I don't know how this sounds because my windscreen is not there. Oh, poor kitty. It didn't make it. My heart actually hurts every time I see that. I see a dog or a cat or something that somebody ran over. Anyways, I don't really want to go to work. I have to go to work. There is a difference. There are wants, there are needs. There's all kinds of stuff. And the confusion there within. What is a want, what is a need, and when does a want become a need? You know? What if you want something you really need? And you need it, but you want it, but you really need it, kinda. You might not, but you kinda do. And it would really help. It's still just a want. Run! Run, kitty! That was a cat going in front of me. Don't hit the kitty. Well, not that kitty. Shit. My fingers are cold and I can't feel my toes. It's Christmas. Fuck the cold. I don't know. Somebody that can do Donald Trump's voice needs to do Donald Trump leaving the restroom in his golden toilet. You know? Bragging about the huge dump that he just took. You know? And some people say it was the best, it was the biggest, and you know, and that would be funny. Saturday Night Live already done that. I don't watch them much. They have like, what, a 5-minute segment that's decent, and the rest of it's shit. You know? They haven't been good for 30 years, at least. So, I think it's a generational thing. I remember the old school. And then I remember kind of more my generation. Should have been in the 90s. It's like I remember when MTV started. We didn't have cable, but I had friends that had cable. So I remember, you know, the beginnings of MTV and all that kind of stuff. When they played music, that's another channel that sucks. MTV hasn't been worth a fuck since at least, what, 94? Maybe? Honestly, before that. I mean, nothing was wrong with Yo MTV Raps. They actually had some cool stuff on it, and Downtown Julie Brown. But that kind of signaled the end of MTV. If that makes any sense. I don't know if it does or not. But that's about when MTV died. They started with the other shit. You know, it hit its peak with what? Pauly Shore. I should have went. Fuck. Pauly Shore, Dweezil Zappa, and all of them. That was probably right there. You know, Headbangers Ball and shit was right there at its peak. That was your peak MTV. And then people went to like VH1 and shit, you know. My head shut. Then VH1 turned to shit. But then we got the internet and bands just released their shit on the internet. That was another thing too. Bands started, what do you call it? Putting their videos and stuff on their CDs. So then you had their videos and stuff on their CDs and you know. There we go. If any of this is legible with the audio, because my windscreen is gone. My thumbs are burning. My toes, I can no longer feel it. A little fat by the hips, it hangs like out of the chaps, kind of. It doesn't hang out, you know, but it is like exposed. That is fucking cold. I don't know how some of y'all do that shit. It'll be all, well, yeah, you're all dressed up like you're on a snowmobile. That's how you do it. I'm not. It's hard to find anything in my size. What I need them to do is take a cow and like don't slit the arms or anything, just like hollow them out kind of thing. You know, after they like butcher it and what have you, or technically before. And just like where I could slide my arms and legs in and put a zipper on it, and that would work. That would work just fine. cold. I don't know how long I was just silent for. Sometimes you just want to ride. Sometimes I ride and fuck the camera. Well, I don't fuck the camera, but you know, it's just like fuck the camera. You know what I mean? I'm sure the other would get plenty of views, but it's not quite what it's about. And I'm just daily commuting into work on a motorcycle every chance that I can. Now, if it was raining right now, I would not be riding a motorcycle. I can take 40 degrees. It's cold. I need the little things out there in front of my hands. But it's cold. I can take it though. And I can take rain. I don't like it. I'm still going to bitch about it when I have to ride in it. But I can take rain. I do ride in it. I'm not one of them riders who stay home and, oh, it might be a raindrop somewhere in town today. Yeah, that's not me. But I definitely do not want to ride in rain and 40-degree weather. Really don't when it gets colder than that. Like, if it's freezing rain, I do not want to be on a motorcycle. At least not this kind. Maybe like our old Mako. I wish we had that bike. It was technically my uncle's, but it's like a family kind of thing where every time we get together, that bike was there and we all rode it, you know? That thing with some studded tires. Okay, cool. Get you one of them snowmobile suits. Put that shit on. Dress up like a Power Ranger. Okay, cool. I could probably do that. I cannot feel my thumb, and the other is burning. It is burning. And there's a bump coming ahead. I know there's a bump ahead right here. Or thump. There we go. That's the bump. I'm sorry. I'm just cold. She hasn't called me back. She's going to the bad kids school today to be their nurse. Hey, doggy. That's a good doggy. He stayed in the ditch. He stayed in the ditch. I would not want to hit a dog for several reasons. Number one, I don't want to hurt myself. And almost number one, pretty damn close, is I don't want to hurt the dog. I mean, if I had to hit something, I'd rather hit a person. You know, fuck that. I definitely don't want to go straight in any sense. But not through a fence. And the factories, the chemical plants are all lit up. God, I wish the camera didn't make them so small. I guarantee they're much bigger right now, what I'm looking at. They are much bigger. That filmed the other day. They weren't blowing up, they were starting up. When you start that thing up, it'll rattle the whole yard. You can feel the heat off of this. There's one place I pick up. It'll be 100 degrees in the summertime and they start that thing up and it's, oh god, it's just so hot. It's too much. It's way too much. And you're just like, I'm melting. But anyways, I gotta let y'all go. So, y'all have a good day, night, whatever. I can't see the curve because of the fog. Lovely, lovely. Anyways, adios, vaya con Dios, sayonara, nashla, ciao. I will catch you later. You're all awesome. Kisses, yeah.